All right, guys. So I'm just going to do an overview, just using the simple things. Right, this point, uh, yes, market structure is very, very important. All right, but there's some other things you guys can do just to simplify your trading experience, and just focus on a few things that over time it works and it makes sense and it makes your life a lot easier instead of second guessing yourself. Self sabotage is the number one culprit for why we all fail in our relationships, our careers, our fitness goals, trading, investing, all of that. We are destroying ourselves. Even sometimes I do it with my investing, and I definitely do it with my health. So it's a lot of work to be done, and it's not easy. Why do you think that courses, supplements, things the so-called give you a edge and can cut through to where you don't have to work hard are like top sellers in all of markets? So-called or something to make something so easy for you that you don't have to do hard work anymore. That's the illusion. Yes, there are some things out here that we can use, like I'm gonna show you today, that is simple. It's easy, we can use, but even when we get there, something blocks us from using it in an efficient manner. We gotta clean that up. It's one of the reasons why I want to also stop taking in people, members, and all that stuff. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to create a business model to make money off of teaching something that could be found for free online. Yes, there are some techniques I use that you can't find online that I've come up with myself. But at the end of the day, I created an investment company to invest, to build wealth for my family. That's that's what I did for, right? Along that way, I wanted to help other people that can do the same. But you gotta do the work. Simple as that. Because you gotta ask yourself, for all these courses, all the gurus, all the people out there, go to them. Or why are we people recreating the wheel? It's crazy. You go through your timeline. What do you see? Sponsor ads, and they just bombarding you. You just, oh, I'm sure you have to make $1,000 in 30 seconds. Da, 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 da. We're getting beat down with that, right? But why? Because we are a cookie cutter society. We want results without doing the work, and we think somebody can get us there that fast. It doesn't work like that. And if everybody's course was that legit or whatever, then why don't we all just find out who got the best course and we all go take it and we all go learn from it and we all go in here and we make these millions? No, no, no. That's why I'm teaching you the contrarian style, the contrarian to think vastly different than the majority of the people that are out there. But your mindset got to be straight. So that's what we're gonna go through, and we're gonna look. We're gonna keep this thing simple. I'm on US dollar, euro, US dollar. I got my double bottom indicator. There's nothing to be, oh, this is some secret. It's the double bottom indicator. Guess what? We had a double bottom play out, and it hit its targets. It would form right here. How many pips is it going to be? This is on a 4 hour chart. You get your 119 pip move. What do we got to discuss? Nothing. That's it. Now watch this. We'll go down to, let's do the 15-minute chart, or maybe the five. Let's do the 5 minute chart. I got another indicator on. It's called a head and shoulders indicator. Go up here to your indicators, type in head and shoulders chart pattern, inverse head and put them on there. Boom. Also, highly recommend you guys to get a paid version of TradingView so you can get more indicators on there. This right here is a head and shoulders. Now, is it going to play out? We don't know. But guess what? We know the rules. If you do not know the rules of trading the head and shoulders, all you got to do, go to YouTube. You go already on here. Go type it in Google on how to trade head and shoulders. You see how simple it is? But no, people want to make things so difficult. It don't have to be. I didn't have to draw up this. I know how to look at this and I could tell it's a head and shoulders without me doing anything. Yes. But guess what? Something made it easy. And now I have free range of motion to focus on something else because this indicator has done it for me. I know how to play the ball from here. So you saw how I was on a 4 hour. We saw what? We had a double bottom. It played out. And then now we're dropping. We got a head and shoulders pattern. Look like it wants to play out on a 5 minute. So what did I do? I went from one high time frame down to a lower. And I analyzed and I got my data that I need. And then from here, I can look to trade. Now, we already got this net line that was broken. We already got a little retest. This is an opportunity to maybe go short. Now, guess what? For you who are part of the Forex group, what do? You can measure this extension. All right, there we go. This is where we headed to based off of that. We would see how many pips it is. All right, that's 27, 28 pips. That's decent. Is this supposed to 100% work? No, nothing in here is supposed to 100% work, but the risk reward makes sense. You can either put your stop loss above here or you can put it around this structure right here. Regardless of what you're going to do, you know that you have a setup. You took it. It is what it is. Is it going to win? We don't know because everything in the market is random. We just play the odds game. We want to make sure that when we do win, it makes sense. And then when we do lose, it makes sense that we're not blowing our accounts. Simple as that. Okay? Keep that in your head. Now, let's go back up to the high time frame and we're going to go and we're going to look at a couple of other pairs. Let's go to USD, Canadian dollar. We're still on a 4 hour time frame. All right. So over here, it gave. All right. So we got a couple things that showed up. All right. So it had a head and shoulders pattern. All right. So guess what? This one, yes, it was correct, but it violated this right shoulder. Eh. Normally, when it does that, guess what happens? It's null and void. It's over. However, it depends on how we go on a higher time frame of what this would look like. But with this violation, this price up here, sort of null and void. It happens. You would have did what? You would have took the trade down here, and then you would have found put your stop loss in here. Maybe would have got hit. It is what it is. But guess what? Remember the rules. One of the rules for entry is you either take the breakout of the neckline or you wait for a retest for confirmation. And did you get a retest confirmation down here? Then no. The more conservative trader would have never got in. The aggressive one would have got in. It would have set stop loss. All right, boom. You lost one, whatever. Keep it moving, right? We had a double bottom right here. Success. Well, let's see how many pips that is for this double bottom. To right there. That's 116 pips on that one. Okay. Got another one. That was success. So guess what? You just won 2 trades over here, then you took an L on that on the head and shoulders. So you got 113 pip move. And let's say your maximum loss is 30 pips. And let's say you're taking a standard lot size. Over here, you just had over 113 pips total. So that's what, over 2,226 pips. I'm sorry, $226. And then you got a 30 pip stop loss. Then over here on the head and shoulders, you just lost $300. That's a good day, guys. You do that. Now, what happens if we go down to a lower time frame? Let's say the 15. Let's see what's happening down here. And what do we have? We have a double top. And the double top what? Played out. We got 1. We got 2. Let's see what this drop is. And remember, this indicator is in real time. So it's gonna pop up. and we just take it to the edge. I like to take mine to the dotted line. So it's 48 pip drop, guys. You just made money on that. Ain't nobody got you ain't came in here and you ain't tried to measure nothing. You know what? Trying to look for I need gotta see about this and that. Like, no, I ain't pulled up no fibs. I didn't draw no support resistance. I ain't did anything that popped up. It give you an alert. Are they all gonna work? No, you're gonna have something to go against. Right here, you had a head and shoulders pattern that did play out. And since it's all jumbled up, I'm just going on 30 minutes, see if we can clean some of that up. All right, so on 30 minutes, see it change. So it became a double top. But once again, this double top, boom. And then guess what? It broke even further. But you see what this is. What is this, guys? It's a flag. It's a bear flag. All right. Now guess what? You can do what? You can measure what? From here. Targets hit. Did this one hit? Let me see. Eventually, yes. So all three targets hit. Let me see if I got a fourth one out here, which is this one. All right, so these are the next areas that the price would somewhat probably potentially try to get to. But you see what I'm doing. People making all this stuff difficult. It's you. Double bottom. It played out. Then, of course, you got dropped. But you see what it is. Let's see from here to here. What do we measure? How many pips is this? It's 41 pips. I just this whole week, I just did double bottom, double tops, and head and shoulder patterns. Took 10 trades, 9 wins, 1 loss. Does that mean next week gonna be the same? No. But if I keep my risk reward pretty decent, next week I may be 5 for 4. And let's say for whatever reason I did a 1 to 8. So for whatever $1 I risk, I can make 8 times that, right? So if I'm willing to lose, let's say I'm doing a dollar lot size and I lose $30, but if I win, I can make 8 times that. It makes sense, right? In fact, let's do that math. So if I can, let's say 8 times that would be around 240 pips, whatever. So for every dollar that I risk, I can make potentially 200. 8 times that, right? So if I go for a 240 pip move, was a 8x whatever, and I got my $30, that's my max loss. You see where we're going. I could take what is that? I could take 5 trades in a row, still lose $150, but still take 1 trade, get it right, and be in profit. If I hit, a $240 payout, I walk away with $90. So you see how it doesn't matter with the losing. People get too caught up in how much they're losing. The reason why you get caught up in how much you're losing is because you're probably too over leveraged. That happens. I get it. You want to get out here, you want to kill it and crush it to the point where you can walk away from your job. So I get the temptation of doing it, but until you get account size that can justify that, you got to be a little careful. Just perfect the craft, and then you can increase. All right, here we go again. We're on GP, we're on British pound, US dollar, 30 minutes. Got a double top, played out. Boom, keep it moving. All right, got an inverted head and shoulders. I didn't put this on here. The indicator already did it. All right, it played out. All right, and it turned right back into a head and shoulders pattern. For the most part. All right, we got this move up and then back down. Now, this is a key thing that we need to keep an eye on. And we saw it already on the other one. I was like, well, maybe it's invalid. Well, maybe not. Maybe this is the what? This is the clearing. This is a clearing. This is knocking out and collecting all the stop losses above here to finally take it into this area. But this is some drawdown that you will have to be careful of, especially if you don't enter down here. That's 120 pip to the other way. That's trash. So you definitely better make sure your stop loss is correct because the British pound and USD moves heavy. But look at this drop right here. That's 154 pips. Who would have known had to jump in that one? Not necessarily. Who would have known? I do know that I would have my stuff here in this drop. I normally get out at the first level of market structure. So I would take this trade down to here, about 67 pips. I would have been out. So don't think that just because I'm measuring and you see the absolute that somebody's actually going to hold there. No. Now on some of these other plays like this, like these, that's not a good one. These double tops. Like I said, I take it to this line, and some people take it to this to the end of it. But yeah, I keep it simple. Um, let's look at XRP. Let's see what's going on over there. All right, we got a double bottom, and look at this double. All of them played out. All of them went up to the upside, so they all went out. So this would have been 1, 2, 3 trades in a row that you would have been eating. It's on a higher time frame. Got a double top that played out. And once again, look, some people don't like indicators. They love just straight price action. Naked charts, I get all that. I do too. But me throwing this on here, it made my life a lot easier. It increased my win percentage. And sometimes I throw the Bollinger Bands on here too. I took an option contract this morning out on, I want to say PDD. Let me see, PDD, because it came up on my scanner, okay, of gaps. All right, so I got a gap up scanner for my options, and this right here, it gapped, and it was outside of the Bollinger Band. All right here, outside the Bollinger Band. I immediately shorted it, get back in, and I made let me see what it is, $265, whatever. And I got out. It's a Friday, and we're looking for something. Okay, made it 265. I'm done. Okay, I, I didn't use a double buy. I used my Bollinger. That's an indicator. Get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to keep this simple. The Even when you go to Vegas and you gamble, people could give you a simple strategy that you can use to keep you from, blowing everything out there. But people don't because they get into their self-sabotage autopilot programs that overruns, that takes over everything. And that is why I'm changing the dynamics, getting more into the dark horse investors, true contrarian mindset, and getting ready to really train on that aspect of things. The tools are the tools. You just got to know how to use the tools and be confident within yourself. That's all it takes. So that's the mission that I'm going to be on because, like I said, all this other stuff with all these other people got thousands of courses out here. Everything's going on. I mean, I get it, but that ain't where the money made, guys. Because if the money was made, all these courses that are out here, how come we are not all taking the same courses that's getting everybody these so-called results? If that's the case. Reason why everybody's not really truly securing and getting to the bag is because nobody is securing the mind. That is the missing link. People out here, I want to find this special person to love me and all that stuff too. No. Mm-mm. You got to get within yourself. You got to figure out how you can be the best version of yourself, and then hopefully you'll attract someone that does the same and no different. In investing, you will attract the indicators, the systems that align with who you are at your core, and you use it appropriately. Now, I'm done for the day. I hope y'all take this with love, but we got work to do, and I'm applying pressure on myself to get better as a person and to be able to extract even more wealth from these markets. And I expect for you guys to be able to do the same. Look at the dollar index before I get out of here. What do we have? We have a double top. Haven't even played out yet. Is that an opportunity? Possibly. Do I just jump short now? No. I wait for my true confirmations. Perhaps, maybe, I want to wait till that area get violated before I even think about doing anything. But the indicator just spotted something. This is dollar index. It is what it is. Okay. All right, guys. I am out. I'm done. And y'all have a good day. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe. All right. So hit that like button, subscribe, and we out. All right. Y'all have a great weekend.